Dear students, in the present lecture, we are going to discuss vouching of cash sales, vouching of sundry debtors, that is collection from debtors, and vouching of bills receivable. Firstly, we are discussing about vouching of cash sales. While vouching cash sales, the auditor should note the following points or factors. There are two types of sales, cash sales and credit sales. But now we relate to vouching of cash sales only. Because of sales, revenue is generated in the business. Production is not useful without sales. Therefore, sales is an important activity of every business organization. In case of vouching of cash sales, the auditor should consider the points as given below. Internal check system in relation to cash sales to be studied by the auditor. It means that big business organizations install or establish internal check system for smooth and efficient working of the organization. Therefore, the auditor should study internal checks system is in exist in the business organization. The amount of cash sales to be vouched with available evidences such as cash book, salesman report, cashier's statement, gatekeeper's statement, etc. Hence, these are the documentary evidence for checking cash sales. These evidence are cash book, salesman's report, cashier's statement, and gatekeeper's statement. These all statements should be tallied. Therefore, cash sales is an important aspect of the business organization. Therefore, an auditor should take proper precaution while vouching cash sales. The auditor should thoroughly check all the counterfoils of or carbon duplicates of cash memos with the help of cash sales and cashier's abstract. In order to verify cash sales, it is necessary to check all counterfoils of cash memos and it should be tallied with cashier's abstract. Auditors should check the daily totals of receiving cashier's cash book with the general cash book. Mostly cashier is working as related to cash recording. Therefore, cash book is an important document. There are two parts of cash book. One part is maintained by cashier and another is general cash book. Both should be tallied. Consider cash book is maintained as per the daily requirements and receipt. Mostly routine transactions are recorded in cash book like cash sales, cash purchase, etc. This is format of cash receipt. That type of the cash receipt is given here. The auditor should verify the cash receipt properly. This is the model of cash receipt. Firstly, here given receipt number, date, received from dot dot dot, the amount rupees dot 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 for, then current balance, payment amount, balance due, received by. This is the format or model of cash receipt. Every cash receipt should contain number, that is receipt number, date, on which date cash receipt occurred, that date, received from, the name of the party, then amount. The amount should be recorded here. For what purpose, that purpose should be recorded here. Then current balance, payment amount, and balance due. It means that suppose a party given 10,000 out of 50,000. So current balance 10,000, sorry, payment amount 10,000, balance due 40,000, and current balance 50,000. Then that cash receipt should be signed by the concerned employee. Example: on 10th April 2016, XY company sold goods worth rupees 60,000 for cash. This is example of transaction. While vouching cash sales, auditor should vouch the following transaction in the particular manner. Firstly, verify sales invoice with regard to date of sale and sales value. Then, verify entry in cash book with receipt to date and amount. Lastly, verify entry in sales account with respect to date and amount. Here, sales invoice is given. That matter as related to sales, cash sales is recorded here. So that company name is XY company. Dealers in textiles, Golden Plaza Ring Road, Chennai. This is address of business. Name of the business and address of the business. Invoice number should be recorded here. Date. Date here, date given in this example is 10th April 2016. Particulars: sarees, quantity 48 sarees, rate per saree rupees 1250. 1250 into 48 is equal to 60,000. That is cash, that is sales invoice. Then it should be recorded in cash book as under. Cash, there are two parts of cash book. Debit side shows cash receipt, credit side shows cash payments. Here, debit side, date, 3 column we have prepared here. Date, particulars, amount. Date 4th, 10th April 2016 to sales 60,000. This is recorded in cash book. Then sales account. The contract should be recorded to the credit side. Date 10th April 2016 by cash account 60,000. It means that cash sales transaction we have traced out sales invoice, then recorded in cash book and sales account. Sale of goods means cash received a cash account debit to sales account. In this way, we got information about how to vouch cash receipt and what points should be noted by the auditor while vouching cash sales. Then another part, vouching of receipt from debtors. The debtors are those person to whom goods sold on credit. So in this aspect, we are going to learn vouching of receipt from debtors, that is also known as collection from debtors. The auditor should examine the following while auditing collection from debtors. Firstly, credit policy of the business concern regarding credit sales to be studied by the auditor. While vouching collection from debtors or receipt from debtors, the auditor should consider under mentioned points. Point number 1. Firstly, the auditor should study credit policy of the client or credit policy of the client organization. Because of studying that policy, the auditor can understood what exactly policy is. The auditor should see internal check system of the business concern in relation to credit sales. This is common factor. You can use anywhere while vouching different different types of transactions. You may use this sentence. What sentence is? The auditor should see internal check system of the business concern in relation to whatever be the factor here, cash sales, here credit sales. It means that in relation to credit sales, the auditor should study what is the internal check system. The counterfoils or carbon duplicates are in use. The auditor must be very careful and he should check all the counterfoils or carbon duplicates with the entries in cash book. Counterfoils means what we have provided and that is proof kept with us. Means the client organization have counterfoils or carbon duplicates that should be verified by the auditor. Cash received from debtors is checked with the counterfoils or carbon copy receipt. Statements from debtors, daily list of checks received from customers, etc. Here, counterfoil or carbon copy of receipt, statements from debtors, daily list of check received from customer. These are the documentary evidence as related to receipt from debtors. That evidence should be properly checked by the auditor. The auditor should get assured that the unused books are subject to proper control. Used books means these books are used for giving receipt to the customer or debtors. Unused books should be kept in custody or under proper control of the concerned authority. That is useful to avoid misuse of receipt books. In case of discount allowed, the auditor should ascertain the terms of discount and see that discount allowed does not exceed the usual percentage. That is very important. Discount should be given as per the procedure laid down by the organization, and that should be limited. That should be prescribed. The auditor should see that the discount allowed does not exceed than the given or usual percentage. In any special discount as given, it should be noted down and verified. Discount does not exceed than the usual percentage, but if the discount is given more than usual percentage, the auditor should note that point, and it is necessary to verify that point properly. In case of bad debts, there are three types of debts: good, bad, and doubtful. In relation to bad debts, the auditor should inquire as to who is authorized to write off debts as a bad. For determination of bad debts, the auditor should inquire the authority to which the power is given for write up debts as bad. The auditor should check correspondence with the data such as demand letter, reminder letter, etc. There should be correspondence between client organization and customers. And that correspondence may include demand letters or reminder letters in which appeal is made for giving remainder amount from the customers. As regards outstanding debts, the auditor should make a reference to the debtors and obtain statements from them to confirm the outstanding balance shown in the ledger. Outstanding balance means the amount not yet received from the debtors. The auditor should verify what are the reasons of outstanding. Vouching of cash received from debtors. I have put here one example for understanding vouching of cash received from debtors. Auditor should vouch the transaction in following manner. Firstly, verify cash receipt or memo with the respect to date of receipt, amount and name of customer from whom received. Then verify entry in the cash book with reference to date, name of the debtors or customer, and amount. Third one, verify entry in debtors or customers account with reference to day and amount. Here, two important points are noted, that is date and amount. So, by considering this example, the specimen of cash receipt is given. Firstly, here recorded name of the company ABC Limited. Then Paper Mills Road, Chennai, address of the business. Receipt number is given 1513, whatever may be. Date is given 25th October 2016, that is date of cash receipt. Here receipt number is given. Received with thanks from Gopal Brothers, a sum of rupees 25,000 in figure, as well as the amount is also shown in words, rupees 25,000 only by cash on account of invoice number 216 dated 20th October 2016, authorized signatory. This is the specimen of cash receipt. Then it is recorded in cash book as under cash received, that is collection from debtors, recorded to the debit side of cash book. Date is given 25th October 2016. Cash received from Gopal Brothers. The amount is 25,000. This is second part of verification vouching. Third part, we have taken here Gopal Brothers account, that is customer's account. So cash received from Gopal, that's why it is recorded on credit side of Gopal Brothers account. On credit side, firstly look date. The date must be same. That date is 25th October 2016. By cash account, amount is given 25,000. It means that while vouching cash transactions, the auditor should vouch three, three important facts. One is cash receipt, another is cash book, and last one is customer's account or debtor's account. In this way, we discussed how to vouch collection or receipt from debtors by the auditor. Last part of this presentation is vouching of bills receivable. While vouching bills receivable, the auditor should note the following points. Bills receivable, debt sundry debtors, these are the current assets. While vouching bills receivable, vouching work is very important and base work of auditing. The auditor should take proper precaution while vouching different transactions. Presently, we are discussing about vouching of bills receivable. While vouching of bills receivable, the auditor should note under mentioned points. Proceeds of bills receivable to be vouched with bills receivable book, bills discounted book, cash book, and bank passbook. It means that for vouching of bills receivable, four important aspects are considered here. One is bills receivable book, second is bills discounted books, third is cash book, and fourth is bank passbook. These are documentary evidences for vouching of bills receivable. The auditor should also confirm the name of the drawee, date of drawing the bill, period, endorsement of the bill, rate of discount, etc. This is concerned with particular drawee. For checking bills receivable of the drawee, the auditor should consider name of drawee, date of drawing the bill, period of mentioned in that bill, endorsement of the bill, and rate of discount, etc. If the bills are honored before the due date and discount is allowed, the auditor should check the rate and amount of discount and the authority deciding the rate of discount. The auditor should make special inquiry about matured but not paid bills. Such bills might have been dishonored or retired. The auditor should make inquiry about the bills dishonored and steps taken for recovery amount, that is, whether bill is renewed or recovered by other way. In this way, we focused on vouching of bills receivable. While making sum up, I would like to mention here we have discussed the three aspects of vouching of cash sales, vouching of collection from debtors, and vouching of bills receivable. So there are certain common points that should be keep in mind while writing answer book or answer sheet. So students should kindly note that there are certain common items that should be mentioned in every item or transaction while vouching. It may be cash sales, it may be sundry debtors collection from sundry debtors or bills receivable. The common factors are internal check system, counterfoils, date of transaction, amount of transaction, authorized person, sanction. These are the common points. These are important points while vouching different types of transactions or items. So these are the documentary evidences. Certain documentary evidence should be checked by the auditor in order to in order to do his work properly and significantly. In the present discussion, vouching means the process of vouch the different documentary evidences. In this process, paperwork is very important, documentary evidence is important, and all these aspects should be noted by the auditor very carefully because of vouching is the essence of auditing. The success or failure of auditing depend upon the work of vouching done by the auditor. So, in this way, I am concluding my speech here. Thank you.